Hello and welcome to another episode of this podcast. I'm excited to be here and share some of my thoughts, ideas and experiences with you to help you grow your business in a way that works for you. So without further ado, let's have a listen. For the next couple of episodes, I want to get back to what I'm known for really, which is about networking and connection and connecting people together. I started the Female Business Network to help people become more confident in networking, to connect with people and to have great conversations and build relationships so that they can grow their business. So with the podcast, it's all about getting that work-life balance right. That's what this podcast is all about. And today I'm going to be talking about how networking can really help you with that, but how you can make sure that your mindset is right for networking and how that can really make a difference to your balance, to your mood, to your confidence. So just to give you a bit of a backstory about me, just in case you didn't know, I started my first business back in 2018 and I had no experience of running my own business before, and I started to attend networking events. And I had a view in my head of what a networking event should be and would be like. I had a vision that it was going to be lots of people standing up, suited, corporate, serious. And although that isn't me and it's not what I enjoy, I thought, well, this is how you network for business. And so I went along. And before long, I thought this is just not right for me. I didn't like the vibe. I didn't like the way it was. And so that's where really I started my own networking meetings. And wanted them to be different. But I still know that it can be tough for people to attend networking events and get the most from them. And that's what I want to approach in today's episode of this podcast. I want you to have the right mindset for networking and to make sure you get the most out of them. It's going to help you in your business. So as I say, I'm sure lots of you have a picture in your mind about what networking is. Maybe that large formal room of people in suits having to sell your products or services, doing big pitches and presentations maybe. And sometimes networking groups are like that. And yes, lots of people, I know that's the right setting for them. But if that isn't for you, then there is a different way. It doesn't have to be that big format. It can be online, it can be in person, and it can be fun. So as I always say, and you've probably heard me say it on this podcast before, networking is a great way to grow your audience, to meet other like-minded people who all want to meet others and grow their businesses. It's a great way to be able to share your knowledge with those people, but to showcase your experience and expertise. Maybe if you feel comfortable and confident to host and to have a presentation. Those are all brilliant ways to raise awareness of what you do and how you help people. But you need to have that right mindset to be able to approach those events in the right way. So I'm going to go through 5 different things that you need to, questions that you might think about, or confidence boosting things that you need to get right in your own mind first before you approach networking meetings. The first one is, do you believe that you have something of value to offer that group? Now, all these 5 things are things that often stop people attending events or getting the most from them. And the first one is people don't believe that they have something of value to offer that group. Maybe their business isn't the type of business that they think should go networking. Maybe you are only doing your business part-time at this moment in time. But that doesn't matter. Everyone has skills, a passion, is an expert in something, or can provide feedback and ideas to others in that meeting. I say it all the time, networking is about having conversations. So everyone can have a conversation with people and have something of value to offer that conversation. So whether you are sharing some of your own skills and expertise as part of that value, or maybe you're offering feedback and help to other people, they're all valuable to others that are attending that event. And they're all going to help you to build those relationships. People will get to know you more about you. They're going to get to start to build that know and like factor. So everyone, whether you're new to business, you're experienced, no matter what type of business you're in, everyone has something of value to offer a networking group. The next thing that stops people from attending events is sometimes they don't believe that they have the confidence to explain to them. When people are in the right business, their face lights up when you start speaking about it. So maybe you feel like you've not got the confidence of public speaking or to get up there and do a presentation. But when you are in the right business for you that you're passionate about, you can always answer questions about your business, and it always brings out the excitement and information and knowledge bombs to other people in that group. I see people all the time and they grow in confidence as they start to speak about their business. You can see the difference in the way they hold themselves, their expressions, their tone of voice, and that boosts their confidence. So make sure that you practice your introduction beforehand so that you've got some of that information memorized and it's easy to recall. And don't try and sell to people. Talk, share your hints and tips and advice, ask those questions. If you feel less confident at that moment in time, maybe ask questions to other people at that meeting and be interested to find out more about them to begin with. This is going to reduce your need to be talking quite so much, but often they'll then ask you back about your business. And before you know it, you're having a conversation. So if you don't think right now that you have the confidence to fully explain your business, have it as a conversation, ask questions, and let other people lead that conversation to begin with while you get that confidence. The next reason that people often don't go into networking meetings with the right mindset is they think to themselves, well, they already know people who do X in their business, so why there's no point in going? Why would they want someone else that does the same thing? And this can be the case for some of the larger, more corporate style. Sometimes they will only want one web developer, one health and well-being, one travel agent, one accountant, etc., etc. But for most meetings, or quite a lot of meetings anyway, that isn't the case. But people still ask me all the time, is it okay for me to come because I know that you know X, Y, and Z who does the same thing as me? And I'll always say yes. I prefer the meetings where they allow anyone to come and join. For me, you do it with people that you resonate with. There may be other coaches, there may be other beauty product businesses at the same group, social media managers, accountants, etc. But many of these will actually specialise in different areas or types of customer themselves. So they might not necessarily have you as their ideal client. They may not even have space for a new client, or they just might not be right for you. The best businesses will also refer clients to each other, even if they're in the same industry, if they know that someone else is best for that person or their needs. And I see this all the time. So in my group, for instance, I've got a few of one different type of industry. And if people are asking for a referral or a recommendation or something like that, often they're all tagged. But quite often they'll say, well, I'm too busy right now, or that's not the type of thing that I do. You need to speak to the other person instead. And so they actually refer people amongst themselves, which is amazing. So if you feel like you can't attend an event because they've got someone already that does that type of thing, please don't be put off. Maybe ask the host or the person that organises that event first, see what they say, and then also when you do attend those events, get to know those people that are in your same field as you. make a beeline for going and having a chat and introducing yourself to them, because it may well be that you can collaborate and make those recommendations and find out more about them and how they help their clients, so that if you've got clients that need their support, you can recommend them from there. So please don't be put off if there are people that you think, oh, they already have that in there. The next reason that people don't attend events is they think to themselves, what if I mess up? And one that I often think to myself is, what if I stumble over my words? What if I forget to say something really important? Well, firstly, in the main, stumbling over your words happens to everyone. It happens to me on this podcast. It happens to me when I do my lives. It happens to me at networking events. So whether or not you are an experienced speaker or you're not, stumbling or making those extra ums and ahs or whatever it might be, it keeps it real and authentic. People like that. People want to get to know the real you. So actually they'll be happy that you're there and you're taking that challenge to actually introduce yourself. And most networking events and most business owners, the good ones anyway, will see that as a real positive for you, that you're overcoming that challenge and you're getting on with it. And also, if you've been practicing that great big 60-second speech because you know that's what that networking event needs or wants from you, if you forget to say something, most of the time the other people on the call or at the meeting, they probably won't even realise. Only you will do that. So you can always add that forgotten bit of information into your conversations throughout the rest of the meeting or at the end of your introduction. Don't think to yourself, if I mess up, and it's often the worst thing that people do think about, isn't it? Oh gosh, what if I forget my words, whatever. Worst case scenario, think about what's your name, what's your business called, and how do you help those clients? Keep it short, snappy, and to the point. And then the fifth thing is, quite often people that are just starting out in business, they think to themselves, no one's going to take me seriously as I'm just starting out. What can I offer? Now, what I would say to that is, if you're just starting out in business, the best networking groups out there will actually be more supportive and helpful to you if they know that you're new. If you concentrate on showing your enthusiasm and passion for what you're doing and how you help your customers, that's going to shine through. And if your product or service needs to have some facts or detailed information to build into that introduction or those conversations, make sure you have learned or memorized some of those or practiced some of those so that you can, have the conversations that you need to have. By practicing that information or reminding yourself of that information before you go in, it's going to make you feel more confident, even if it's just 1 or 2 sentences. Either way, don't be too harsh on yourself and put unnecessary pressure on yourself. Enjoy the meeting, making new connections, building those relationships. And that's automatically going to help build your confidence and ensure others see you in the right way. So even if you are just starting out in business, if you are starting doing something that you're passionate about, knowledgeable about, or maybe you've been doing that as an employed role and now you're going freelance and setting up by yourself, yes, you may already be starting out in business, but you've got that experience that you can offer that advice and support and feedback to others on. So please don't not go to events because you think you've got nothing to add. So those are my top 5 tips on how you can overcome some of the biggest obstacles in your own mindset about attending networking events. So I hope that's helped, and I hope that has resonated with some of you over some of the reasons why I hear from people they don't want to attend events because they think they've got nothing of value. They've already got people in the group already. We already know people. I'm not sure what I can provide to it. As I say, everyone has got something of value they can offer a meeting, offer someone at that meeting. And networking is about having conversations. So if anything, and just one thing that you pull from this podcast, it's about don't put too much pressure on yourself to sell, to promote, to remember a big introduction pitch or whatever it might be. Attend the events with the mindset that you are passionate and knowledgeable in your business and that you want to go and have a conversation. You're approaching that event in the right way and you'll get the most from it. So I hope that's helped. I would love to know what you think. Please feel free to send me a message on social media. And if you want to attend friendly, welcoming, informal but professional events, then please come and join the Female Business Club. So we're an online group where you can get to know other people. We have around 6 or 7 meetings every month that you can choose from. Come to one, come to them all. But it's about a community. It's about making people feel welcome, boosting their confidence, growing your audience, and then you'll grow your business as a result. So if you head over to our website, femalebusinessnetwork.co.uk, then you can come and join in for a taster month maybe, or join up for an annual membership or a month by month membership. But it's a really friendly community and I'd love to see you in there where you can boost your business through networking. So that's it for now. Have a lovely day and I'll see you next time.